Hey, how you guys doing? This is Lee Abbott, and this is Tasting Talk. This is good grape. What goes good with Thanksgiving? Because people show up and they go, I don't know what to pour with the flavors of the season. So we are in the best place possible to do that in Santa Barbara wine country. We're at Bouchon. Devon, Ogden, my gorgeous female co-host. Welcome.
Hello, thank you guys so much for having us. We have Mitchell here, the owner of Bouchon. We have Chef Greg Murphy right here with us. We're very honored to be here.
Oh, now is that not the sound of a party?
Keyword.
I mean, we think of champagne always as just New Year's Eve, but really the kickoff for the holiday season is Thanksgiving. And I think with butternut squash soup we're about to enjoy and a little bit of bubbly, you couldn't do any better.
We garnished it with some fried sage and some pepitas. Those are basically pumpkin seeds we roasted.
I get why people love the holidays when I have a bite of that. It's like instantly pumpkin and spice, and then Chardonnay, of course, is in bubble form, the perfect complement. Your turn.
So we're basically having a sparkling Chardonnay right here.
Exactly. That's how I would start.
Yeah.
It's pretty straightforward. Kale dressed with the pomegranate vinaigrette.
To me, this screams Riesling.
Riesling.
You know, I love Chardonnay, I love Sauvignon Blanc. Right. So when we kind of get out of that zone and into something like in the Riesling, you have all these other aromatics available to you.
Yeah. Okay, so there's that nose that comes out like a Riesling.
It's got a little bit of spritz to it, which I think is really good for cleansing. Once you have a bite of the greens. And
oh, wow.
Isn't that
That
yummy?
is good. That is
Thanks,
really
Don,
good.
of course.
Devin, what do you think?
It's almost creamy. It's not too sweet.
Yep.
I do really love it with the greens.
I would agree with the creamy.
Yeah.
What do we have?
So this other white wine
missed
we just
this.
poured, no, you didn't miss it.
Okay,
You're right on track.
I'm here.
So this is a Gruner Veltliner. The grape itself is intended to provide these spice flavors, these non-Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc flavors, so that you can just appreciate the grape for itself and not worry about oak and other things. And to me, the flavor profile is absolutely perfect for Thanksgiving.
Great.
And if you had to pick a date when you'd like pull up the drawbridge and now we can release the Gruner, it would be Thanksgiving.
Wow.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so this is
the
the big
treat.
tip right here. The big tip is Gruner Veltliner for Thanksgiving.
For Thanksgiving.
And whoa, right on cue,
Yeah.
there's Tony.
Yeah.
So chef, what's going on right here?
So, duck breast. See the stuffing on the backside.
What would you start us off with this? Before I have a bite of the duck, which one should I have?
Personally, I'd have the Pinot Noir first. I chose Sanford because if you asked me to come to your house for dinner on Thanksgiving, I would pick the Sanford and Benedict Pinot Noir because it's the oldest vineyard in Santa Barbara County. It's got history. It might not be puritanical, you know, Turkey and East Coast, but it works for me.
Ooh, nose on that.
Right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Old school.
Oof.
You know, people who say, I love Pinot and I want it to be Burgundian. I want to taste like I ordered a Burgundy from France.
Yeah.
Oh, but this is it. This is it.
If you think of Thanksgiving, you think of cranberry, you think of sage, and you think of all those things, this has got to leap on your nose as much as that. It's got to get there.
This is not subtle. This is very delicious.
Oh, look at
Oh, that's what I've been excited about.
So this is a date cake. Again, this time of year, I talked about the dried fruit. You have dates that are just coming in that are just finished curing at this time of year. And we present this one with a blood orange caramel. And typically you see more caramels in desserts this time of year, more caramelization, deeper, darker flavors.
What are we drinking with that?
Yes.
Well, that's what's so interesting about this type of meal. If you really follow the spice and kind of autumnal flavors of the holidays.
Even apple pie and pumpkin pie.
Apple pie and
Yeah.
pumpkin pie, or,
Right.
or pumpkin
Pumpkin pie.
ice cream, and whatever it may be. To me, Grenache is the perfect bridge wine. It's kind of right in the middle, goes with a lot of different food. And if you finish up with a dessert that's not overly sweet, like this beautiful Marcona date cake, you love the fact that you have a little bit of red wine left.
Yeah.
And I can have that dessert.
Totally.
It's easy.
You know,
I'm gonna
so-
share because I like you guys, but
Wow.
if I didn't
'Cause
like you,
Usually you don't.
I mean, that's
All right,
amazing.
Grenache,
Here we
Grenache.
go.
bridge wine,
Grenache bridge wine.
holidays.
This is great.
Cheers, everybody.
Chef.
Happy Thanksgiving.
What a great
Happy
call.
Thanksgiving. I know.
Wow, you're the first one to say that. I love it. That's great. Cheers.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving.
Cheers.